Yo, so what's good, everybody? This is Rex, and I just dropped my new single called QUiET. So I decided to do little bit of a breakdown of really and truly what I did, with, in terms of producing the whole song and making it from scratch and all of that. So, there are many other things that I actually did, um, but I didn't really do a lot. But I did because I was like scratching my head for a while, and finally I was able to come up with something that I actually really kind of liked. So I'm gonna start with like, so I'm sorry, my project folder is just very, I just scattered everywhere. So I'm just gonna mute the vocals so that like, I'm gonna be able to show and play the instrumental without my CPU crashing out, because damn, this project is very heavy. Yeah, so let's get to it, guys. Yeah, so I actually basically started off with a bass melody. That is a melody that I made. Sounds like this. Yep. Right. This was actually inspired but my main sound, my bass sound, the one I started with, is actually from this plugin. Uh, Started with this one, straight up keys. There's just a piano, you know. Guys, I can't play a piano, so you can imagine I was drawing these things up, and yeah, finally got something that I actually feel like I actually like. I was drawing this thing, and yeah, and then I think my next sound became this lead that is sounding like this. Right, right after that one, I went on and got myself some bells. Yeah, did a little bit of mixing on these bells. They're not as raw as, how I found them from the plugin. Right? Then right after those bells, I went on and I laid some bass. I laid some bass just to give it that oomph. Right? Yeah. Some bass guitar there. Yeah. So that's how the bass was sounding, and I was like, oh damn. And then honestly, guys, I felt very inspired by a song I was listening to by Absol, uh, right? And I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna take the drums, right? So the drums sounded something like this. I bet if you guys know this Absol song, you know that these drums actually sound like this. And then I compiled the whole thing to actually sound like. Oh yeah. I must not forget. In part of the drums, of course, I did add like a few snares, like this snare. I added the snare, right? This is my signature snare that I got from this other sample pack, and then I did put in some log drum, somewhere there, just to make it have like a spicy. But this one is just the normal unedited log drum. And then I went on further to change it into a certain different pattern, sound like this. I know my love drum is not really sounding great right now because Then I went on just adding some pads. I added a pad from the Somatic Sound sample pack. Yeah, not a sound. What am I saying? So I added some like a pad, right, just to keep the energy going, right? And then yeah, right up at that, this was the entire beat, and it sounded some like I want to start it before the. Oh yeah, it sounded something like this.